Hi, I'm Rachelle, herbalist, founder of Supernatural, and your host of Plant-Based. And today I'm going to talk to you about herbs for sleep. In the past year, there's been a lot of disrupted sleep just because of overall fear, anxiety, nervousness, stress, confusion. As we're re-entering the world, there's a lot of stimulation, and that is affecting our sleep. When it comes to treating sleep with herbs, the main pillars of herbs or the main categories that I look at are Nervine, so herbs for the nervous system, sedatives, otherwise known as hypnotics, and sometimes for daytime support, we might use adaptogens, but those are definitely not for sleep. Those are just more for helping our body, during the day, which if we do that better, can affect better sleep. Just a reminder, the Nervine herbs are herbs for our nervous system. So specifically, they help to nourish, calm, soothe, and just kind of balance the nervous system. In the category of nervines, there are non-sedative nervines and there are sedative nervines. So the non-sedative are really nice for keeping the nervous system balanced during the day. And then the sedatives we can use at night to actually, put ourselves to sleep or to stay asleep. So the sedatives are working in a variety of different ways to help us calm down, relax, and actually, go to sleep. This can be by relieving muscle spasms. This can be by relieving nervous tension, recursive thinking. There are a few different sort of mechanisms of action, but overall, a sedative, it's going to help put you to sleep. And the term sedative is also synonymous with the term hypnotic, and you'll see both used in herbalism to describe those dreamy, plants. Catnip, our hero today, is a member of the mint family. And if you remember, mint family plants are aromatic, which means they're high in oils that are also very often excellent for digestion. So we consider catnip a nervine and also a carminative and also a digestive and a sort of gastrointestinal antispasmodic. So catnip is considered calming for our nervous system and also calming for the digestive system. We have catnip here actually, so you can see it's this really pretty green color and it smells wonderful. Other sedative nervines that I love are California poppy, and that is a beautiful, hypnotic plant, wonderful to use for sleep. We also have passionflower, which is actually here. And passionflower is really wonderful for calming down that mind that is just like chatter, chatter, chatter. We also have lavender. You just can't go wrong with lavender. That's a wonderful nervine that is very calming and can be used again during the day or at night. On the heavier side of the nervine category, and one of the heaviest handed plants that we can use for sleep is valerian. And it is very hypnotic. It's very sedative. It will put us into a place of sleep. Sometimes it's a little too much and people will have a little bit of a sleep hangover from valerian. So you want to be mindful of that. Another really wonderful sedative is hops. Hops is the plant that has been used to flavor beer. It is a bitter, so great for digestion. Not great as a tea. It is so bitter. It is impossible to drink. So if you love, the sedative effects of hops because it doesn't give you a sleep hangover like valerian might, you could use that in a tincture or in a capsule, or in an essential oil or some other way that you don't have to taste it if it's too strong for you. I usually recommend starting a sleep routine when the sun goes down and being aware that the light is changing. Our body is starting to produce melatonin, and we want to ride that wave. The sedative nervine, so the sedative herbs, are going to cause sleepiness when you take them. So as soon as you start drinking the tea or having the tincture, like that state will start to sink in, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then if you are planning to go to bed several hours later, have your heavier handed sedative within an hour of going to bed. It's going to work right away. We would be remiss to talk about sleep and not talk about some of the supplements that are really helpful, especially paired with herbal teas. Things like magnesium. I love magnesium glycinate, L-theanine, tryptophan can be amazing before sleep. GABA helps a lot of people. Glycine. There are a lot of ways to create kind of stacks with these supplements and herbs, which generally when we're talking about nutritional supplements and herbal teas, these things tend to be totally fine and safe to use together. But it's always great to check with your primary care physician, or if you're using any medications, always run that by your doctor. If you have questions, maybe find an herbalist or a natural healthcare practitioner that can give you some guidance. So we are going to make a sparkling catnip nightcap. This version is a cold version because it's kind of nice to have an option for hot weather that's not like a hot drink before bed, but you could also modify this and make it a hot drink if you want. To start, we just have, loose catnip tea, and I've put that into a tea bag. You could obviously just buy catnip already in tea bags, or if you want to do your own blend. And we're only going to steep it in hot water for 30 seconds. So we have our tea hot water. Make sure that you can remove it quickly. So keep the little strings out, or if you're using a tea ball or a tea strainer. So we're just letting this really just get the tea ready. So it's like 30 seconds. Counting in my head, you can actually time it too. And then we're going to take the tea bag out and drop it into sparkling water. There we go. And you'll want to cover that and let that steep for 10 minutes or more if you like, but at least 10 minutes. While our tea is steeping here, I'll mention that we can use regular ice, but we could also make ahead herbal tea ice, which is a really fun way to add another layer into a cold drink. Freeze your herbal tea ahead of time if you want to be prepared for a double up here. I also have Valerian Tincture. This is a way to have, a little bit of valerian instead of a whole tea made with valerian. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that in as kind of a floater on this nightcap. And then if you like a little bit of sweetness to end your day, I recommend stirring in a little bit of honey or maple or agave. Ooh, I can smell the tincture. The mint is so aromatic. It's just wonderful. Here we have it. This is our sparkling catnip nightcap. Since it's still daytime, I'm not going to drink it right now, but I can tell you it smells minty. It smells sweet and aromatic and so refreshing and calming. And it's just a beautiful way to end the day and sleep well. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have sweet dreams and lots of support for sleeping well. For more episodes of Plant-Based, subscribe to Well+Good's YouTube channel. And for more herbalism, follow me on Instagram.